Oh my gosh. Sorry. We always seem to start at night, I swear. Anyway. Hi all! How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to Infinity and Nikki. My name is Lesson Evil and Holy Force God of the Void. And we are picking up with the Golden Secret. Specifically, the chapter The Devotion of Suspect Pieces. So it's been a while. It's been a week, as it usually is, when we hop back into Infinity and Nikki. I have collected a little bit more of October, spooky months outfit, I guess. This. I now have 8 out of 10 pieces. And I've also gotten Momo's cloak that matches this outfit. So I figured we'd put him in it. He does look quite cute. Anyway, welcome back. How have you been? I hope you enjoyed your weekend, free of all evil. All things evil, I hope. Wait, what am I doing? Sorry. I forgot. Controller. We're using controller now. It is actually still a bit janky to use controller in this game when I'm personally playing it just by myself, so I do still use keyboard. I know, sin of all sins. What else were you expecting from me, though? I do still really like, especially after having edited the last episode of Infinity and Nikki from last week. That is now up on YouTube, so if you want to catch up with the storyline, you definitely can. Preferably after this stream. You'll be confused throughout the entirety of the stream, but it's better to catch me live, isn't it? Catch me alive, not dead. Sorry. I swear, half the time I stream things, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so... Oh, that's a cat.
At night, time flies by so much faster.
Oh good, it's
Before I've
morning
even
now.
done
Okay,
anything,
so we will
it's
have
already
proper
morning.
lighting. Again, I don't know why or how it works out. I think it might actually be because the time frame? The way that the game is set up in terms of how the time flows just ends up corresponding to when 3 p.m. hits where I live, where the body bag survives. It just so happens to be just before morning, so every time I hop into this game, that's just the lighting that we get. I actually would believe that if it's true. I don't know if it's true, I'm just assuming that it's true, because it just makes the most sense. Anyway, so yes, I have 8 out of 10 pieces. I also actually completed the, hang on. There we go. I also completed the 4-star outfit twice, and I, evolved? Yeah, I evolved this, because I didn't glow it up. I evolved it, so now it's, blue and yellow. I think, actually, it's... Yeah, it's this. We're not putting it on because we're just not. That's too much jank. But yes, we finally have good lighting. Okay. So, I definitely like the way the controller works in terms of streaming. Not necessarily because it's easier to use, because it's not, but it definitely sounds better. Also, speaking of sound, please let me know There we go. I figured it out. Do you remember how I struggled with this before? Oh. Yes, go right off the edge. That is me, though. Definitely just living on the edge. And then careening off it like an idiot. There we go. I've gotten better. I can do it now. So yeah, I definitely prefer how it sounds in post. In editing? Whatever. That thing is still so jiggly. I don't know why it does that. Do you all see that? Hang on, let me zoom, like insane zoom in. You all see that jiggling, right? Look at it. What even is that? You know what? This box is possessed, and this is the reason why they put all of these crates on top of it. Welcome to Spooky Month, everyone. We are already more than halfway through it, but for real, everything here is just hecka possessed. Okay. I think I've rambled like an idiot long enough. Again, please let me know how audio is, how I sound, how the game sounds. I do think everything sounds more or less fine. At least based on my experience editing the previous episode. So yeah, definitely enjoying having a controller. Because I think it's much less annoying for all of you. And also for me in post to edit it. But yeah, I'm gonna stop repeating myself now. Excuse me.
So that was you?
Oh, okay.
I just told the guards what's happening. Threadstar's gaining momentum, but I was careless.
Oh, she sounds much better now.
Leora, and that Patchy Piecey lady. What are you trying to say?
That Patchy Piecey lady. I'm sorry. Also, apologies, I guess, for lag. Apparently, I choose to stream at a time where there's a lot more activity in Infinity Nikki. I noticed this for the past couple of days, actually. When I log in the morning to do my dailies before, like, getting into anything else, like editing or, you know, other stuff. I find that the game runs incredibly smoothly. Which is kind of weird when you think about it, because the dailies, when I log in to do them in the morning, would have just turned over. So I'm assuming that it's just because it's so early in the morning. That's the reason why it's so quiet and the game runs so well. It is very tempting, actually, to actually do morning streams for... Actually, yeah, I was contemplating that, because that would be like 3 M's. Morning Mirrorland Mondays. Mirrorland Monday mornings? Mirrorland Monday mornings sounds better. Regardless. I don't think I would actually do that. Partially because I'm not a morning person, but also just... I don't know. We've finally set my schedule, and I think I would prefer to not upend it, I guess. Whatever.
Hello, Kingdom Guards.
Oh.
I'm Scarlet the Seeker, former Kingdom Guard reporting in.
Kingdom Guard? What?
Miss Scarlet was a member of the Kingdom Guards. She's the one who uncovered Threadstar's plot, leading to Operation Starstrike.
Oh.
Also, she's Leah's mother.
Oh! I thought she would be Leah herself. But she's the mom. Huh.
What? What are you talking about?
Let me explain. I discovered Threadstar's conspiracy all because of Leah. Leah was my daughter, a lovely girl. Unfortunately, she was sick and left me too soon.
Oh, that's sad.
I always kept her little clothes by my bed, pretending she never left. I missed her dearly. Then one day, her clothes disappeared. A tiny Piecey appeared in their place. She turned to me and called me Mama. I thought this Piecey was a blessing from the gods, so I called her Leah. I cared for her fabric, we played, and I sang Leah's favorite song. Small flower, braids in rows, the dreaming child with secrets glows. Ah, happy days. I always slept with a smile on my face. Until she vanished too.
Oh.
Gone without a trace, like she never existed. I looked everywhere, but never found her. So I started investigating all the cases of missing Pieces, hoping to find a clue. That's when I noticed the Red Star. The Kingdom Guards took it seriously, and Operation Star Strike succeeded. Red Star was seemingly gone, but I still wasn't able to find my dear Leah. No matter where I looked, I never saw her again.
Sorry, I just noticed that there's a resemblance between her outfit and the outfit that like Haya wears in Flora-Wish, which I guess makes sense. They would be part of the same guarding unit. They're guards for like the same area, technically. So it would make sense that they have the same uniform or similar uniforms. It's just I didn't notice until just now, and I'm like, oh, it clicks. Sorry.
Later, I left the guards and died alone, still searching for my baby girl. I was then reborn as a Piecey.
Oh.
This broken pocket watch stopped exactly at the time Leah left. I wear it always. I swore on it. Whether whole or broken, whether it takes a day or 100 years, I will find my Leah. After a while, I began sewing pieces of the victim Pieces onto myself, piecing together their memories to find the truth.
Very brave and very horrifying thing to do. Especially considering it sort of overpowered her original personality.
I've followed those memories ever since.
The Red Star kidnapped Leah and turned her into... That's why you were so emotional seeing Leora. You were sensing Leah.
Right, in the purple patch that she has.
Yes, those memories confused my mind, but I will never forget Leah's presence.
The lighting, because it's morning, is coincidentally very nice.
Leah, my little Leah. I miss you so much.
Wind blows soft on the ridge, sending our sorrows off the bridge. Leah knows your voice.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I know. I followed Benny here because I suspected that over the decades, he's been helping Threadstar pick kidnapping targets.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so you think Benny is a member of Threadstar? That's why you attacked him?
I mean, it would make sense. He's a town scout. And, something like Threadstar would need one of those.
Attack? I did chase him, but I didn't succeed.
Okay. It makes sense because someone as disorganized mentally as she was before we helped get rid of all of the extra voices probably wouldn't have been able to coordinate an attack all that well. And he was really beat up.
How come?
What a liar. Benny wasn't at the fermentation zone his first day at the estate. I found him there, but that was early on the second morning.
Oh.
Wait, that's the day after the first poisoning case. A whole entire day after Benny claimed he was attacked.
His first day hiding in the estate, I couldn't follow him inside. The next day, I followed him to the fermentation zone, trying to catch him. I was distracted by a noise, probably one of his accomplices. He escaped, and I wasn't able to attack him.
The so-called attack was just a setup. I understand now. We need to catch Benny quickly. Don't worry. Gordon asked Jenny to keep him locked up. Both he and Colleen have already been detained.
So they're the partnership.
Unfortunately, the Piecey who attacked Julie used some forbidden power to strike from a distance. I didn't see them, so I can't be sure if it was Benny.
Huh.
That's okay. You get some rest. I'll take it from here. I'm heading back to Ripple Estate to have a talk with them.
Okay. Oh. Scarlett's testimony about Benny being attacked. A testimony recording Scarlett's account of pursuing Benny. She suspects that Benny works for Threadstar, denies ever attacking Benny herself. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to teleport for this. Right? Yeah, that's over a kilometer. It's like 1.5 kilometers. Okay. So, we gotta go this way. That's so far. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Woo! The only way you can fly in this game. That's not entirely true. You can hop on top of, like, a big bird friend. I've started marking them on the map, actually. Because I don't know for sure if I'll ever need... Yeah. Bird friend. I don't know if I'll ever need them for, like, materials, because you do get the opportunity to groom them, which is how you get materials for crafting from the animals in this game. I've yet to see anything that requires their feathers or whatever, but yeah, it's a thing. I just decided I just want to know where they all are. I mean, you can probably use the tracking system, but whatever. Okay, Leora. We're off to a wonderful start. I still press the jump button.
Benny and Colleen are held in 2 nearby knock-knock cells. It also looks like the others found these shredded fabrics on Colleen, but she won't explain why she stole the suitcase. As for Benny, I have yet to see him. I heard he's insisting on his innocence and begging to leave the abandoned district.
Insisting on his innocence? That's interesting.
Suspecting an old friend must feel awful. Leora, if you ever need to talk, I'll be here for you.
Yeah, we're a great listener.
It's okay, Miss Nikki. After hearing about Miss Scarlett's investigation, I had some doubts about Benny. After all, if it hadn't been for him, I wouldn't have started renting costumes from Threadstar.
Huh? Didn't you start to suspect him when Threadstar got into trouble?
Threadstar was popular then, and their custom stage costumes were in high demand. Benny was a perfectionist and wanted me to rent a magical costume to boost my influence. It wasn't that strange to me. So just like I never told Juliet about these things, I never told Benny I was investigating Threadstar either. But I never expected to run into him here, right when we were tracking down Threadstar's remnants. Returning to the abandoned district after a long time, and running into so many accidents, it's hard not to be suspicious. Indeed, I've been afraid to face him because I'm worried I might get a bad answer. Leora, were you close to Benny in the past? Close? Yes, I suppose. As my agent, even though he was treated differently because of his facial scar, he always did his best to shield me from unwanted gatherings and fought for me to have more opportunities. I appreciated him.
That's interesting. He seems that he was actually a good agent for her.
Benny said the scar was an old injury. Did he get it back then? No, it was even earlier. He was born from a torn piece of clothing.
Ah.
The owner of the clothing was a struggling actor who had an accident. It happened during a very dangerous performance. Both he and the costume were left with a permanent scar, and his dreams shattered.
That sucks.
When I met Benny, he never really spoke about it, but kept washing himself and tidying the house, as if trying to repair every broken piece of his life. The pain from that accident, just like that scar, never faded from Benny's heart.
Honestly, that's a mood.
Maybe because of this, he was a perfectionist and very strict with me, demanding I be a perfect star in everything I did. But he also cared for me a lot, like an older brother, ironing out every crease in my costume and making sure to tidy up my messy dressing table. At every performance, he stood backstage, applauded me, and gave me a bouquet of flowers. He wanted the spotlight on me even more than I did, as if the light could also heal his scars. Sorry for rambling. The most important thing to do now is to figure out what they're hiding. I think we can start by questioning him. If what I know about him isn't entirely based on lies, then he's not someone who's good at keeping secrets.
Okay.
All right, leave it to me. Momo, let's go ask Benny some questions.
Oh. Scraps carried by Colleen. After capturing Colleen, lots of fabric scraps were found on her, identical in appearance to Julie's scraps. Oh, okay. That makes sense. They must have been from inside the suitcase. Oh, wait. No, we have to go this way. Okay. Oh! Oh, this is jail. Sorry, I was not expecting jail to look so cute. Alright. So Benny first, I guess. Again, that's the jump button.
You again? Detectives. Is it my turn to be treated like a suspect now?
Oh, this is, I think, going into interrogation mode. This should be fun. Evil who remembers literally nothing.
This is just a routine inquiry in the investigation, Benny. If you're truly innocent, I recommend that you cooperate fully and answer my questions seriously.
Sorry, I love the blue jazz. Blue jazz? Bluegrass. The big bass in the back is just one of my favorite sounds. So I love this kind of music. Also, it really feels like 1920s film noir detective movie thing going on.
Where were you when we were chasing Colleen in the Ripple wine cellar? Were you her accomplice in stealing the suitcase? If you have nothing to hide, why were you in such a hurry to pack and escape?
I had no idea you were chasing Colleen. How would I even know where I was at the time?
Okay. Sorry, but because the controller doesn't have full support, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to actually use the keyboard, so if you hear weird sounds, I apologize.
As for stealing the suitcase, wasn't that after I was knocked out? I was hit by that jittery, patchy Piecey as soon as I arrived. How could I have had time to steal anything?
Okay, this we should be able to use, Scarlet? Leah's mom's, what she said. To go against this. Yeah, this one here. Yes.
Benny, I'm afraid that what you don't know is that we've already spoken with that Patchy Piecey you mentioned.
She looks so cocky, I love it.
What? That's impossible. That thing can't even form a complete sentence. How could you possibly...
He's so angry.
Miss Scarlet has finally regained her senses. She's not some evil Piecey like you tried to frame her as. In fact, it's the opposite. You're the suspect, and that's why she's been chasing you all along. According to her testimony, your alibi doesn't hold up. In truth, all that evidence was a lie you and Colleen came up with, wasn't it? If I deduced correctly, your arrival time in the abandoned district is accurate. Wendy can confirm that much, so you couldn't have faked it.
Why did we pan out like this? It's very pretty, but strange.
But everything after that? Completely fabricated. The day you arrived, you went straight to the Ripple Estate to meet up with Colleen and set your plan to steal the suitcase.
Colleen poisoned the detergent, and you stole the suitcase. She poisoned herself so she wouldn't be a suspect for the suitcase theft.
It's very interesting that Momo isn't actually on screen. Or... no, that's not. Whatever, not important.
Exactly. After stealing it, you left the estate and met with Colleen in the fermentation zone. She always said she had a habit of doing her research at night. But once you left the estate grounds, Ms. Scarlet spotted you again. Thanks to Colleen's help, you managed to escape. After that, the two of you chose to stage a fake attack scene to frame Ms. Scarlet. That way, everyone at the estate would be on guard against her. She couldn't keep following you in the estate, and you had your unconscious all day alibi.
Now I get it. Even though Colleen and Pommy found you together the day before, the only one who claimed to have seen you unconscious there was Colleen herself.
In reality, you never went to the fermentation zone that first day. Colleen brought Pommy to find you on purpose, making her testimony seem credible.
That's quite a clever conclusion. But sorry, I'm just a failed talent scout. I don't get all the twists of this case, and I'm not interested in your detective games.
Oh. Sorry about that.
I have no idea why that lunatic Piecey suddenly started spouting all this. The only thing I know is that she kept chasing and attacking me, and caused me a lot of trouble.
He's really sticking to it.
If you insist on believing that maniac and refuse to believe me, well then, I've got nothing more to say. Suit yourselves.
What do we do, Nikki? He still won't confess. If he keeps insisting Miss Scarlet is lying, we can't really prove otherwise.
I would rather believe Ms. Scarlet's testimony, but with both sides telling a different story, we can't use this as evidence to convince Benny. Let's talk to Colleen again. If we can prove she gave Benny false testimony, we can completely shatter their lies.
Huh. Okay.
So, now you've sent a human and this little yellow furball. I'm not in the mood to talk.
Okay, yeah, I figured. So now we're going up against her.
Refusing to talk won't help. Since you had the guts to steal Madame Julie's suitcase, you should have been prepared for the truth to eventually reveal itself. Since things have progressed this far, you might as well cooperate and tell us your reasoning for stealing the suitcase. You're so gentle with the birds, so why stay loyal to a cruel organization like Threadstar?
Steal a suitcase? Nonsense. You were chasing me so fiercely that I got scared and hid for my own safety, that's all. I didn't steal anything.
Then how did you have this? Okay.
Little birds, Threadstar. I don't know a thing about them. I've heard the name Julie, though. Some kind of sovereign of sexy. She delayed her trip. What does that have to do with me?
Ugh! This fluff bag's tougher than I thought! Nikki,
What?
let's hit him with it.
Steal a suitcase? Nonsense. You were chasing me so fiercely that I got scared and hid for my own safety, that's all. I didn't steal anything.
Right. These are the scraps from inside the suitcase. And she had them on her, which means she was in possession of it, right? Right.
Those scraps were found in your possession. Still going to deny it?
Just some cloth scraps. I use them to test detergents. What? Is there a rule against bringing your own scraps to Ripple Estate?
If they were really just scraps for testing detergent, why did you keep carrying them while running away? Even when you were cornered, you still wouldn't let them go.
I'm a professional detergent bar owner. I have my reasons.
What?
Besides, you suddenly chased me. I didn't have time to think about what I was carrying.
Wouldn't most people...
If you can't prove where these scraps came from, stop wasting my time.
Can't prove where they came from. Note about the golden vision. A torn note found at the suspected suitcase thief's hideout. That's still hard to say. It contains faint content related to the golden vision. The sharp, forceful strokes suggest the writer was emotionally stirred. Grains found at the suspected suitcase thief's hideout. They seem to have been meant for feeding birds. Right, because that's what she does. Can't prove where the scraps came from. This might link her to it, but that won't really... The suitcase found at the suspected suitcase thief's hideout, confirmed to be the same one that held Julie's scraps. Its surface is now covered in dirt with clear scuff marks. The Super Duper Pond formula. Okay. I think this will be the answer, but I'm not sure. Experimental fabric dropped near the suitcase. Julie's scraps found near Julie's suitcase at the suspected suitcase thief's hideout. This is actually experimental fabric created by Corky Gordon, designed to replicate Julie's material with astonishing realism. So this must be it, right? Yes.
Colleen, does this piece look familiar? We found it near Madame Julie's suitcase at Golden Fields, the one you didn't manage to take. If we compare this piece with the scraps we found on you, it will prove they're the same fabric. Or do you need to see a lab report before you'll admit it?
I actually left a piece behind.
Looks like you just admitted to being the suitcase thief. Now, one more question. Benny was your accomplice, wasn't he? His so-called coma was just your cover. He was never attacked at all, was he?
And what does it matter if I am the suitcase thief? Give it up. I'll never tell you anything else. As for Benny, I'd never seen him before I came here, and I'd never bother faking evidence for him.
Okay.
That total neat freak. I can't even be bothered to talk to him, let alone go out of my way to help him.
Didn't you talk to him, though? Okay. Wooden stick. Evidence found at the scene of the attack on Benny. A wooden stick suspected of being the weapon matching Benny's description of being struck unconscious. Scissors. Evidence found at the scene of the attack on Benny. A pair of scissors reminiscent of fabric scraps. How can scissors be reminiscent of fabric scraps? Unless this is made out of fabric. Fortunately, no new injuries were found on Benny. Benny's journal page. Evidence found at the scene of the attack on Benny. A scrap of a notebook recording Benny's daily schedule, tightly packed with time slots. I don't think anything here will tell us that they met up. Okay, so this is Scarlet talking about Benny being attacked again. Wendy's testimony about their arrival time. Records the time when the suspect arrived in the Golden Fields. Since Golden Fields are the only entry and exit to the abandoned district, and Wendy never left, the arrival times of all Sissy's visitors cannot be falsified.
As for Benny, I'd never seen him before I came here, and I'd never bother faking evidence for him. That total neat freak. I can't even be bothered to talk to him, let alone go out of my way to help him. As for Benny, I'd never seen him before I came here, and I'd never bother faking evidence for him.
So this is talking about the accomplice distracting Scarlet.
That total neat freak. I can't even be bothered to talk to him, let alone go out of my way to help him.
But how would you prove that it was her that did it?
As for Benny, I'd never seen him before I came here. And what does it matter if I am the suitcase thief? Give it up. I'll never tell you anything. As for Benny, I'd never seen him before I came here, and I'd never bother faking evidence for him.
I feel like one of these would have to be the answer to this, right? But which one? And like,
That total neat freak. I can't even be bothered to talk to him, let alone go out of my way to help him.
We'll just try them
Why
both, I
bother
guess.
asking? I already admitted I stole it. Just leave me alone.
What? What does this have to
That
do with
total
the...
neat freak. I can't even be bothered to talk to him, let alone go out of my way to help. Why bother asking? That total neat freak.
Oh.
I can't even be bothered to talk to him.
This is the first time we've faced such a stubborn one, Nikki. We have to hold our ground.
And what does it matter if I am the suitcase thief? Give it up. I'll never tell you anything else. As for Benny, I'd never seen him before I came here. And I'd never bother faking evidence for him.
Unless it is just the moment where she talks about an accomplice who distracted her. Right?
Why bother asking? I already admit. As for Benny, I'd never seen him before I came here. And I'd never bother faking evidence for him.
I'm so confused.
She still claims she doesn't know who Benny is. Nikki, is there any way we can prove that the two of them have crossed paths before?
We literally... Maybe it is the appointment book then.
As for Benny, I'd never seen him
Because
before I came
there's
here.
nothing really that
And I'd never
you
bother
can
faking evidence for him.
point to except like meet contact or something. Because Benny doesn't even show up on the arrival time. It's just Tommy, Leon, Leora, and Colleen. There's no mention of Benny. Okay.
Benny's notes say he often visits the Nightshade Lounge, the very one you own, Colleen. He even pays monthly tax.
Oh! Wow, okay.
A hands-on bar owner that goes as far as to personally test detergents and even carries around test fabric scraps just in case. And yet you claim to never have met someone who's obviously a regular customer of theirs. What a liar.
That fool. Of all the things, how could he drop this page? Stupid. Utterly stupid.
Because you didn't stupidly drop things like, you know, the scraps of fabric.
It's over, Colleen.
Whoa.
No denying it now. You and Benny were a team, poisoning the Dawn's First Light detergent just to steal that suitcase. Why? What is
For
this
real.
golden vision? Why kidnap so many PCs? Why target Madame Julie?
The Golden Vision sort of sounds like the... Because Threadstar made clothing out of remnants, essentially, of other PCs. It sounds like Golden Vision is supposed to be that, basically? Not sure, though.
Don't you think enough PCs died already? Colleen, it's not too late. Tell us the truth, and we can stop more PCs from being lost.
Fine, I do know Benny. But just like you said, it's nothing more than a bar owner and a regular.
What?
I'd never risk faking evidence for a customer. And even if he came fairly often, I never liked that man. What a pretentious fool.
Pretentious fool sounds more like you. What?
What do we do, Nikki? This is the most stubborn PC I've ever seen. She's still not telling us anything.
If she refuses to talk, we have no way to keep investigating. Momo, we need to find a flaw in her collaboration with Benny. Maybe we can start from here.
Benny's journal page or the details from when Benny was found. Well, we've already used Benny's journal page. But then again, we've also already presented... Unless, when they say when Benny was found, they're referring to, like... Because she's the one who brought attention to Benny's so-called unconscious body, right?
I've got it! Colleen, could you please describe the state you found Benny in for us?
Yeah.
If you are both telling the truth about what happened, both of your stories should match perfectly, right?
Didn't I already explain when I brought that Piecey back? Oh, you know I hate repeating myself.
Dude, we don't know you. We don't know what you hate or what you like.
I don't just want the broad story, I need the details. For example, what was the weather like that day? What scent of detergent did the fermentation zone smell like? And what condition was Benny in? Come on, Colleen. Answer these few questions and I won't bother you anymore.
Fine. That early morning, actually, the very morning of the Dawn's first light chaos, I went to check the fermentation zone and saw a buttonfoot and a white glove coming from the wooden barrel house. The weather was just normal. The air carried the scent of aroma lily, which gave me a headache. As for Benny, I thought he was just a worker resting, so I didn't pay much attention. I had no idea it was him.
Then the next day, you brought Pommy with you, and he was still there. Pommy checked, and that's when you realized it was Benny, knocked out from the attack?
Correct. But you already know that, don't you? The morning after the poisoning incident, the weather was fine, and the air smelled of flight fruit. He was lying in the exact same spot, still unconscious. Just one blow to the back of the head, and he's out that long. How pathetic.
What?
Now, is that enough? Don't bother me anymore.
Okay. Cooleen's testimony about finding Benny unconscious. A testimony recording Cooleen's account of discovering the unconscious Benny. At Detective Nikki's request, she included many details such as the weather and the aromas from the fermentation zone. Okay. Interesting. Ah. Okay.
Come on, is this ever going to end? I want to go home, you hear me? Home!
Oh, okay. We're just interrogating him again. I was wondering, because it was, like, really short last time.
Benny, we have one final question. If you can answer it honestly, then maybe you can go home sooner. Please describe your experience of being attacked and knocked out, and when Colleen and Pommy found you. What was the weather like that day? What scent of detergent did the fermentation zone smell like? What condition were you in?
Questions, questions. Why so many questions? I already told you. I arrived that very morning when the Dawn's first light incident happened. It was still dark when I reached the estate. I got lost for a while before I found the fermentation zone, and then ran into that sneaky Piecey. As for the weather, it was pitch dark. Who knows what the weather was like? The scent? Probably something like wool fruit. I was really tired at the time. I just wanted to ask for directions.
Okay, we should be able to cross-reference this part at least with what Colleen said about the weather and smell.
Suddenly, she attacked me and knocked me out. When I woke up, Pommy and the others had already taken me back to the estate. That's all I know. As for the weather, it was pitch dark. Who knows what the weather was like? The scent? Probably something like wool fruit. I was really tired at the time. I just wanted to ask for directions.
Okay, it should be this.
Is that all true? Because that's not at all what Colleen said. Take a closer look. Her account of the first time she saw you doesn't match yours at all.
What? It should match. I was just lying there unconscious and...
You noticed too, right? She said the fermentation zone smelled of aroma lily, but you said wool fruit. If I didn't know any better, I'd say one of you wasn't there.
I just got it wrong. It was a mistake.
You guys obsess so much over the laundry detergent that you use, though. If the fermentation is, like, part of the process of making the laundry detergent, there's no way you would be wrong, right?
Benny, don't you think it's a bit too late to change your story and say the scent was aroma lily? Aroma lily's smell is so distinct. No one would believe your side of the story now. The fermentation zone always starts releasing the scent of that day's ingredients after 3 a.m., but you and Colleen described completely different smells. If you're not lying, then how do you explain that?
No, I just made a mistake. I didn't... No, I never smelled anything. You pressured me into saying something, so I just blurted it out.
What?
Wait, I remember. I remember now. It wasn't past 3 a.m. when I arrived. I got to the abandoned district by 2 a.m., so I wasn't lost that long.
What?
I wandered a bit after that, of course, but not for long. Then I saw that crazy Piecey's pocket watch. It read 2:30.
Isn't the pocket watch broken, though?
Exactly. I just forgot before, but now I clearly remember. There was no scent being pumped out at that time. Don't try to trick me.
Okay, so Colleen's account of finding unconscious Benny. The arrival times from Wendy. Scarlett's testimony about attacking Benny, or not. Quirky Gordon's depiction of the Patchy Piecey. A testimony recording Quirky Gordon's inspection of the mysterious Patchy Piecey. Crazy patches and a broken pocket watch. Okay. Destroyed enemy remains shrouded in mystery. But we should be able to use that for...
I wandered a bit after that, of course, but not for long.
The pocket watch.
Then I saw that crazy Piecey's pocket watch. It read 2:30.
And notice about the fermentation smell. Okay. Spell? Smell. Okay, but we're gonna do the pocket watch thing first.
You made a huge mistake, Benny. You keep trying to frame Ms. Scarlet, but you don't know her story, or the spirit and the sheer willpower behind her pursuit. That pocket watch was broken from the start. It's forever stuck at 11:18, the time Miss Scarlet lost her daughter.
Right.
Broken? Always broken? Lost her daughter. No, I don't understand.
Her daughter was murdered by Threadstar. You couldn't have seen 2:30 on that watch, so you're lying. Benny, I suggest you confess. It's over, Benny. Time to admit you lied.
We already know your background. You're both Threadstar's villains, sent to the abandoned district to carry out the Golden Vision, right?
This is your last chance to redeem yourself. Tell us why you stole the suitcase, and why you tried to kill Madame Julie. And stop working for Threadstar.
Come clean and we'll go easy on you. If you're honest, you'll get a lighter sentence.
No. Prison? Impossible. I have no idea what you're talking about. What Threadstar? What about killing Julie? I don't know anything. As for the scent in the pocket watch, who knows? Maybe I just misread it.
You're just the type who won't cry until death's staring you right in the face.
What evidence do you have that proves I work for Threadstar? Show me. How can you verify that I helped Colleen steal the suitcase? You caught her, right? You should find the suitcase and the cloth on her. If so, then lock her up.
You're ruthless. Your ally doesn't matter to you at all?
Why should I care about what happens to her? I just want to go home already. I don't want to stay in this place for another moment.
Then maybe you shouldn't have come here.
Go away, detective. Without solid evidence, don't expect to hear another word from me.
Nikki, looks like they're both refusing to cooperate. We should figure out our next move.
Oh no. My headset is low. Oh! Okay, apparently we're going... Nope, not there. Oh! Okay. Again, wrong buttons.
Phew. These two are hard to deal with. They're starting to crack, but they still won't confess.
Don't lose hope, Momo. At least we know they're partners now. Benny's so-called attack probably aligns with my theory. It's just a story they made up. Threadstar must have sent a few members to the abandoned district to carry out the Golden Vision.
But what exactly is the Golden Vision? And why would they want to hurt Madame Julie so badly? What should we do now, Detective Nikki? Their lips are totally zipped. Not even a hint. How are we supposed to piece the story together when we have no clues at all?
Hold on. Like I've said before, no matter how perfect a crime seems, if you look closely enough, cracks will always show. Bad seeds only grow bad fruit.
Okay.
I doubt that we're going to get any more information from Colleen. She would rather confess to stealing the suitcase and accept being punished than tell us what really happened.
Which is insane.
Ugh. Colleen is a pretty tough cookie, you know that? I mean, even if I pulled out my razor-sharp claws, I don't think she would be fazed in the slightest. She's just that tough.
But there might still be a chance with Benny.
I think so, yeah.
He's desperately denying it, and he insists there isn't any evidence. But if we find solid proof, we might crack him. Unfortunately, the assassination attempt on Madame Julie has no witnesses, and it's hard to find clues from the Esslings. That route probably won't work.
Wait, how do we not have no witness? How do we not have witnesses to Madame Julie's assassination attempt when we have Madame Julie? Like, we found her. She's alive and well. She can, you know, testify. Oh, jeez.
Should we start with the missing suitcase case?
Yeah. If we can prove that Benny stole the suitcase during all of the detergent poisoning chaos, he won't be able to deny it. And if we can prove Benny's a member of Threadstar, identifying his motive, he probably won't have much of an argument.
Well, shouldn't that be relatively easy? I mean, if he's a member of Threadstar, that must mean that there's an employee document somewhere. Right?
Makes sense. Detective Nikki, where do you think would be the very best place to start looking for evidence? Your trusty assistant Momo is here and ready to go whenever you need me. Just point me in the right direction and I'll get on it right away.
Whether it's Threadstar or Benny, the Pieceys in the abandoned district might not be familiar with them. We'll probably find clues asking guests from Sichia.
Good point.
How about we start by talking to...
Tommy was the newspaper writer or whatever. But he has a habit of lying. So I'm not sure I really trust him to help with this situation. We already spoke with Leora. So... Leon?
Mr. Leon! He was right there when the suitcase was stolen.
Right,
we only
yeah.
discovered Gordon's false testimony thanks to his statement. Maybe he can tell us more details about the theft.
He even had confrontations with Colleen. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe that was Tommy. Ugh. It's been like 2 weeks. The only bad thing about spreading out, playing through this storyline over the course of an entire month. But anyway.
Alright, let's get going. With Nikki on the case, we've got this.
Okay, so ask Mr. Leon. Where is he? Oh, why is he over there? Fine, we shall teleport. Huh? Oh, I see. I have to go up here. And then jump down. Maybe I'll get to him. Yeah. Woohoo! I'm a bird! Right. He's the one who goes upside down.
This world is even sadder than the drapes at the Backwater Theater. My passion has burned here for 20 years, yet it still can't light up your blinded eyes.
What?
Are those lines from the performance you were rehearsing before?
Kindred spirit! Through your eyes, I finally see the reflection of true art.
Okay, I was gonna say like, whoa, where's all this venom coming from?
Miss Nikki, Mr. Momo, you've finally come to enjoy this one-man show.
We're not exactly free just this minute.
Mr. Leon, we have some other questions for you. Did you see Benny near the suitcase storage area before or after the poisoning that day?
Benny? No, I didn't see him. Why? Do you think he was the one who stole the suitcase? He doesn't honestly think that a few scraps of cloth will cover that broken face of his and hide his shameful past, does he?
Wow.
You seem to know Benny's past well.
Why, certainly. This story begins with my glorious yet very lonesome past.
No need to be too detailed.
How can this shabby set ever be worthy of a stage that tells the truth? Near Barrel Grove, I will perform for you a play about the past.
Oh.
Nikki, what do we do now? Should we ask the other PCs?
Let's just
Since
do
Mr.
this.
Leon invited us, he might have some important clues. Let's go wait for him near Barrel Grove.
Whoa. Wait near the Barrel Grove for Mr. Leon. Ask Tommy, optional. Ask Leora, optional. Ooh. Maybe we should? Sorry, gotta... Which level am I? Oh, maybe it would be this then. Ah, yeah, there you are. Wait! Wait, why do I have to... Oh! Okay, this is for the performance. Huh. Okay. Then... Yeah, they're both up there. Okay. That's a little bit easier. Okay, so this is Tommy, the journalist. Not the right one?
Run it all down! Even if I don't make the headlines, at least give me a sidebar mention. Hey! Why, if it isn't Nikki herself! Oh, thanks to you, I was able to dig up the tune that Cersei used to whistle. A melancholy girl gazing at the wheat fields. This means...
It means you're really talented to dig up such details. I wonder if you know Benny just as well.
That guy only has Madame Julie and Cersei on his mind.
Ha! Don't underestimate me! In just a few days, I was able to uncover nearly all the secrets held by those folks from Siccia.
You know what's really weird? This guy's voice reminds me of Elfo from... Oh, I don't know if this is being captured, but that is wild. But anyway, his voice reminds me of Elfo from Disenchantments? Really great show. Not sponsored. I liked it. It's just, his voice reminds me of that character. I don't know if they have the same voice actor or not, but just, wow.
Everyone, except of course for the mysterious Leora. But that's only a matter of time.
Please, tell us.
Benny, he was a great talent scout who made Cersei famous back in the day.
Right. I think we remember hearing that.
They were both incredibly close to each other. When Cersei won the Golden Siccia Best New Artist Award, Benny cried so hard backstage he couldn't even keep his sunglasses on.
Why do you change your tone to like you're talking to or about a baby? They accomplished something great. Are you that jealous that you have to belittle them for it? What?
Ever since Cersei unexpectedly died, his career dried up. Now, even the drink shop thinks he's bad luck and won't hire him.
Yikes! That workplace environment is just brutal.
After all, his temper and the scar on his face didn't win him any favors. Not to mention his time in prison.
Oh?
Prison? What happened?
I remember it had something to do with Threadstar. Let me check.
Ah. Yeah, see, this is one of the reasons why I was like, I don't like Tommy, and I feel like he has a lot of... He's a bit of a habitual liar if it means a more sensationalized story. But he did promise that he wouldn't do that anymore. And he probably would have information. It's just, I'm not sure if he's really trustworthy.
That briefing was stolen by Mr. Leon.
What?
He shouted, "Oh, the ink upon every single one of the newspapers will forever be my stage! I can't wait to get to Barrel Grove and share my art again!" After declaring that, he left in quite a hurry. Who knew that even columnists have to watch out for robberies too? I'll be avoiding him from now on.
What? Of course columnists would have to watch out for robberies. Robbery is a thing that can happen to anyone, whether they're a columnist or not. That's not even... Oh my gosh, this guy.
Sounds like something Mr. Leon would do. I think we should
Does
avoid
it?
him too. Nikki, what do we do now?
First, we should go find where Leora is. She's probably busy setting up Julie's savoring garden right now.
What? These two Piecys have gossip I don't know about?
What?
Knowing
gosh,
too
this
much
guy.
might just get your newspaper snatched. Nikki, we should go find Leora right away.
Okay, so she should be behind us. Yeah. The sunflowers were trying to get me.
Help!
Oh.
But I don't know which of the seeds will bloom. Who will be the sorceress to get through the storm? There's only one seed for a life. That's from As Rain Falls, As Flowers Bloom, right? It feels so different from what Madame Julie recited. That line only appeared in the premiere. I rewrote it later on. Benny really liked it.
Oh.
Back then, I always liked to oppose things he liked on purpose. After all,
Really?
he could be pretty harsh.
Ah.
When I first arrived in Sichia, I felt like a bird finally flying far away. But Benny said little birds are light. Sometimes it's not that they flew far, but that the wind blew them away.
Wow, that was pretty mean.
He's always been stubborn. How is the interrogation going? We managed to expose Benny and Cooline's lies, and even piece together how they teamed up. It's too bad. Without concrete evidence, they just keep denying everything. Leora, do you recall there being any connection between Benny and Threadstar? Back then, I was so focused on researching performance costumes that I distanced myself from almost everyone. After becoming a Piecey, I never saw him again. However, back when Mr. Leon was still human, he often rented costumes from him. I even saw the two of them discussing the details backstage before my last performance. And Mr. Leon has always lived in Sichia. As a victim, he must remember the news when Threadstar was taken down.
Makes sense. Knowing him, he'd definitely jump at the chance to be interviewed and go on and on about how he was the victim.
Thank you, Leora. Sorry to trouble you with these questions. It's okay. I've asked myself over and over, if Benny is a criminal, I won't let him off. Otherwise, how could I face the strict lessons he taught me? When I was helping prepare for the Ripple Estate soiree stage, I heard that Mr. Leon was planning to rehearse near Beryl Grove today. You might see him over there.
Oh.
Nikki, what should we do next?
Well, obviously we need to go back to the Barrel
If
Grove
that's
now.
the case, why don't we go directly to Mr. Leon?
Then let's wait for him near the Beryl Grove.
Sorry. Okay. Wait, am I going the right direction? It should be, yeah. Oh, I guess because it's under me, it's a little bit difficult to see. Nope. There we go. Okay.
You're here. At last. Eyes untainted by worldly concerns. Witness! Witness to this centuries-delayed crowning of art! A boy more fragile than an unfinished script. When he arrived in Sichia, his dreams were even bigger than the city! Even though he had already become a piece of living art, that era of foolishness trailed behind his shadow. On snowy nights, his monologues put the basement's hairband slugs to sleep. The applause that should have followed, lost along their way. Until one day, a kind gentleman gave him a gift powerful enough to shake the world, whispering, "Wear it. Wear it."
That is beyond sus.
He knew everything has a price. Nightmares, pain, reminding him of their existence. He went back to perform the fool's submission again and again in hopes to awakening this ignorant era. But he fell, forever left upon the platform leading to his dreams.
Could that man be from Threadstar? Ugh. So they used everyone's dreams and it cost your life. but, what does this have to do with Benny?
His scar, right? They said that.
Dear audience, don't be like those who know nothing of art, ready to tear away fate's every secret. Intermission time!
What?
We have a little preview of Act 2.
Oh, wow, okay.
Look at you. Such
Whoa.
furious faces. Surely you've seen through the gods' twisted little trick. Such pitiful jealousy. Too afraid to let the true starlight fall upon me.
Maybe you're just not worthy of true starlight. Anyway, good night, Sissia. Many centuries old newspaper, now inevitably yellowed and worn with age. Today's reckoning, the crimes of Threadstar. Okay, so this is after they got exposed. As the bells tolled, 23 years after Threadstar's crimes came to an end, the ringleaders involved in trafficking and abduction have been sentenced to death. Costume production, numerous minor accomplices. Cannot read. I apologize. Reading time with evil is always the worst. Numerous minor accomplices involved in promotion-related offenses, sentenced to 100 years imprisonment with forced labor. See the filler page for a detailed list of accomplices. Over 100 imprisoned Pieceys were rescued from the last stronghold, some on the brink of death due to prolonged abuse. The Queen, enraged, called it the crime of the century. Night deepens. May the laments sewn into the performance costumes finally find peace tonight. Departure, flying into the night of folly. 22 years, 4 balloons, a solitary journey. Mr. Leon carries the fool's submission. Ah. This is not a performance. It is an awakening. This one-man show, which he calls Genius Martyrdom, tells a story with pure authenticity, shaking the very earth. Tour begins next month. Good night, and may each of us find the courage to release our balloons. Oh, it's an interesting imagery. Filler page. Oh, so this is what they were referencing before. Dense list of Threadstar's implicated personnel. Handwriting blurry and hard to fully read. So, is he on this page? Shockingly, many of the entertainment industry were also involved, including Cersei's Piecey agents, i.e. Benny, and others. Okay, so we got the incriminating evidence.
Sending that evil messenger, Benny, with fake generosity and kindness, politely selling costumes to me, all secretly marked with the price of downfall.
I mean, Benny was Cersei's only agent.
Mm-hmm.
I never suspected that he could possibly be one of the culprits behind selling all those stage costumes. This is truly shocking. And now it's clear. He really is connected to Threadstar.
Yeah,
This is exactly the evidence we're looking for.
it was.
Mr. Leon, thank you for your help. I never expected that you too were hurt by Threadstar, and never got to perform your solo show.
It's fine, it's fine. Every step on stage I make now is rehearsal. All in preparation for the full submission. Just wait and see. The boy who fell on the platform will be back, carrying all the scripts rejected to expose this fake world.
Nikki, can we finally take down Benny now? Let's expose Threadstar's whole scheme and reveal the truth behind everything they've been hiding.
This suggests a link between Benny and Threadstar, but we'll still need solid proof that he's the one who stole the suitcase if we want to expose his secrets.
True.
But no one suspected Benny when we investigated the suitcase theft case before. Where do you think we should start digging from here?
Ha! Miss Nikki. There were plenty of audience members obediently seated under the stage that day. Why not go ask them?
Seated under the stage?
You mean... Oh, right! We questioned Squeaky and Belford, but we got caught up with running around. We haven't even interviewed Leora yet.
I mean, I guess.
Maybe she'll link Benny to stealing the suitcase.
Didn't we just talk to her, though?
And what are we waiting for? Come on, let's find Leora and ask her.
Huh. Oh. A newspaper about Benny and Mr. Leon's past. An old edition of Goodnight Sia. Cisia. That was obtained from Leon, and dates back several centuries. It documents the end of evil. The end of me? Oh no. And the beginning of dreams. Though well preserved, it still shows the wear of time. Okay. So now, is she still up there? Oh no, we're not going there. Go near the scene of the missing suitcase to look for Leora. Missing suitcase is below us. Okay, so I think we can just drop down. We don't need to teleport. Right? Maybe? Oh!
I think I was here. And then... Leora, are you recalling what happened the day the suitcase was stolen? Miss Nikki, yes. While you were all busy with the questioning, I just stood by doing nothing. I felt so ashamed. I thought that if I could recall some overlooked details, maybe I could help. That's fine. In fact, we were thinking the same thing. We came to hear more about that day in detail. Of course. As always, the first to receive the dawn's first light that morning were the on-duty staff, so they would be able to quickly return to their posts. After I applied it and was about to head back, I noticed some staff were already showing symptoms. I had a bad feeling, so I ran here, hoping to meet Gordon.
Okay.
When I arrived, I saw Squeaky pressing juice there. She's usually really energetic, but at that moment she seemed unusually agitated.
If you say so, it really sounds like she must have already been hallucinating back then. She was talking about flying fruits, runaway bags, all sorts of impossible things.
At the same time, I saw Belford approaching. He carried a bunch of detergents, but was already unsteady. It sounds like Belford was about to hallucinate too. I wanted to help him, but I quickly started to feel dizzy myself, stumbling and bumping into him.
Oh. Oh, jeez.
Lots of detergent spilled. The smell was strong.
Right.
This must be the fragrant fireworks Belford told us about.
Yeah.
But then I started hallucinating too. I can only remember some fragments. A yellow bullcat with 2 blue-purple horns, wearing a blue-purple
Whoa.
jewel on his neck. Well, I thought the bullcat might charge. While dodging it, I bumped into a sack, and I think I may have cracked it.
Wow. Okay.
Do you think that Bulkhead could be Belford? I remember his yellow hat having 2 blue-purple patterns. Just a thought.
Interesting.
That's a possibility. Then suddenly I heard a loud shout ring out.
You'd rather have perfect wheat fields than accept the Barasant I bring!
Something like that.
That has to be Mr. Leon. I think your version of this line is better than his original.
Yeah, because he just told us that while we were at the stage.
It was him. I was startled then. I saw the bullcat run away, felt danger was coming, and left quickly.
Okay.
It looks to me like both you and Squeaky were scared off by Mr. Leon's shout. When I came to my senses, I was at a remote water spot, soaked through, and there was no one nearby. So that's what happened. We met the other witnesses Leora mentioned to us, but I can't shake the feeling that something is off. There should have been one more Piecey there, the thief. They couldn't have disappeared without a trace. But what exactly feels wrong? Don't rush things, Miss Nikki. Maybe we can simulate an interrogation. Treat me like a suspect. Find any inconsistencies in my story. Maybe the truth is hiding in plain sight.
Great idea. We should get started.
But is this gonna be an actual interrogation or what? What? I think the joystick was stuck somehow. That was weird. We seem to be okay now? So conduct a mock interrogation with Leora. Oh. Wild. That's the jump button.
Ready, Miss Nikki? We'll start when you are.
Sure.
Leora, could you please describe again what happened nearby that day? Especially the part where you saw Squeaky and Belford. Not a problem. When I arrived here, Squeaky seemed already caught up in hallucinations, pressing juice with wild agitation.
Oh, sorry. Actually, let's take a look at what these are. So the formula for the, like, all three things in one. The schedule of Pommy and Charlie. The neatly arranged detergents. Right, we found this on the windowsill. Squeaky's testimony about Dawn's first light. So Squeaky is the same person that she's talking about. Oh, so his or hers hallucination was a fruit bag, sprouted arms and legs, running all over the place while shouting. Seems to be saying, "My stone tree has no more hankerfins." Oh, that's a fish. No matter how deep the water is, because the bag was yelling so loudly, the audience in the hallucination got scared off, and another bag split open in fright. Fruit rolled everywhere, spilling into a sea of juice. Sea of juice might be referring to the juice pressing. And the bag with arms and legs. The one that may have been a Piecey, what happened to it afterwards? It kept floating upside down, head and feet reversed. Right, so this is talking about Mr. Leon because this is a move that he does as part of his show. Okay, so the bag with arms and legs is Mr. Leon. Belford's testimony of Dawn's first light. Mainly hallucinations, they mentioned that Mr. Leon showed interest in Julie's suitcase. Oh, right. They were delivering the super duper pond. You were striking a pose on the catapult seal? Two red suns look with the sky. Oh right, this was talking about Leora and her sunglasses, and the orange one is her hair. The stone heart burst into crackling fireworks just for me. Even the scent was otherworldly. Have you noticed any Piecey showing a lot of interest in Julie's suitcase recently? That male celebrity from Sissy has been talking to himself nearby, acting really weird. And then Quirky Gordon's testimony, which is his analysis of the fabric scraps along with memories of the Dawn First Light incident. It mentions that Quirky Gordon once saw Leora, lost in a hallucination near the barrel home. Okay.
Belford was on the other side, transporting detergent but already unstable. I tried to help, but felt dizzy and accidentally bumped into him, spilling the detergent.
Okay, this is what we just heard happen, of course.
After that, I fully slipped into hallucinations and fought with an imaginary bullcat. Well, I think that was a mistaken vision of Belford.
Okay.
Later, I was startled by Mr. Leon's passionate performance. With Belford pacing around nervously, we both left the place.
That totally not Palm special blend must be really potent. The hallucinations everyone had were so different. Detective Nikki, do you see anything suspicious?
Not a problem. When I arrived here, Squeaky seemed already caught up in hallucinations, pressing juice with wild agitation.
So this kind of lines up with I think it was this.
Belford was on the other side, transporting detergent but already unstable. I tried to help but felt dizzy and accidentally bumped into him, spilling the detergent.
I am a little bit curious if this is meant to work with this. Oh, it is.
Got it. Leora testified that she bumped into Belford and accidentally spilled detergent all over the place. Since both of the hallucinating Piecys left after that happened, there's no way they could have neatly arranged the detergents found in the corner.
Right, and based on it being like that and Benny having his weird... Well, it's not really weird, but he clearly has some sort of germophobia and OCD tendencies. So it would make a lot of sense if he's the one who did that instead of it being related to Belford.
But last time we investigated here, we saw lots of organized detergent bottles near where they bumped into each other.
Someone stood the bottles back up, and that Piecey who did so is very likely the culprit. Miss Nikki, please let me examine these bottles.
Okay.
This one's scent. It's Benny.
A little bit weird that you can tell his scent, but then again, you guys seem to have an obsession with scent, so maybe it does make sense?
Why do you think it's Benny?
I'm not sure you remember, but I mentioned when Benny was my agent, he was incredibly attentive, helping me organize clothes, even tidy my dressing table.
Wow.
Scripts I carelessly left lying around would be stacked neatly, and any makeup I may have spilled on my desk would be arranged just like these detergent bottles.
He seemed really nice before his life hit the fan.
I should mention, this detergent scent is the one Benny usually uses.
We often see Benny washing his hands. It seems he always carries detergent with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although this fragrance he usually uses is quite common and very mild, when placed alongside these other nearly scentless detergent bottles here, you can still figure out the difference between them.
Oh.
Moreover, only this bottle has been slightly used, and the bottle's cap has an extra seal ring inside of it. That's Benny's signature.
Okay.
If Benny stole the suitcase after doing the dirty work of lockpicking, he'd want detergent to clean his hands.
Makes sense. Honestly, though, it would make sense that he would just want to clean his hands after simply handling the suitcase, because it was kind of dirty.
I now suspect that the big sack I accidentally bumped into after being startled by Mr. Leon's performance while I was hallucinating was actually Benny.
That would honestly make a lot more sense.
Benny was washing his hands while he was also startled by Mr. Leon, bumped into you, and dropped this detergent?
Exactly.
That's definitely possible. But so far, it's just speculation based on Benny's habits. It's hard to prove.
Exactly. And since this detergent is so common, Benny could easily blame another Piecey for leaving it behind.
I think we'll need to dig a little deeper. This interrogation simulation has been really helpful to us, Leora. If you can keep assisting us while we clear things up,
We would really appreciate it. It would be my pleasure.
Okay. Conduct a mock interrogation with her again. Okay.
Ready, Miss Nikki? We'll start when you are.
Oh my gosh.
If this bottle of detergent with a different scent really was dropped by Benny... I see. In that case, there's still one suspicious detail. When Benny was looking for the detergent that he had dropped, he tidied up the spilled bottles by force of habit. But if he had the time and energy to do that, how could he have not taken the detergent he actually dropped?
Indeed. In his case, not having detergent is probably as bad as not wearing clothes.
Wow.
I think maybe he did take a bottle of detergent, just the wrong one. Miss Nikki, what do you think?
Right, all these bottles look the same. Maybe he hurriedly took another bottle by mistake. Detective Nikki, what do you think he took?
Indeed. In his case, not having detergent is probably as bad as not wearing clothes.
This might... Maybe?
I think maybe he did take a bottle of detergent, just the wrong one. Miss Nikki, what do you think?
I feel like this would be...
This might not be related to what we're discussing now. What we need to figure out is what exactly Benny took. I think maybe he did take a bottle of detergent, just the wrong one. Miss Nikki, what do you think?
I mean, this is talking about the detergent, so...
This might not be related. I think maybe he did take a bottle of detergent, just the wrong one. Miss Nikki, what do you think?
Maybe it's this then. Because he's... Belford is saying he was delivering the super duper pond. Right? Okay.
I remember Belford mentioned that the only detergent he's been transporting recently is the Super Duper Palmed detergent. It doesn't smell like anything, and matches the characteristics of these detergents.
Right, yeah, because they were talking about the one bottle with a bunch of bottles that didn't really have any scent.
I see. Since the bottles all look alike, and the scent difference is minimal, it doesn't surprise me that he grabbed the wrong detergent in a hurry.
Hmm.
Even if Benny did grab the Super Duper Palmed detergent by mistake, he probably realized it a long time ago. If he's already thrown away that bottle, we can't investigate further. Maybe we can find supporting evidence from other testimonies. Have other witnesses seen anyone with a distinctive appearance in their hallucinations? Like how I saw a sack with a big tear.
Probably... maybe this one? Although the hallucination, they're claiming it was clearly Leon. Oh.
Oh, Squeaky said she saw a big sack split open after being scared by another noisy sack. Maybe what she actually saw was Benny, who got a big shock from Mr. Leon. That's definitely possible. Looks like I'm not the only one who saw a hallucination resembling Benny. So the truth has been right in front of us all along. We just didn't see it.
Great! Now we have both the detergent he dropped and the descriptions mentioned in everyone's testimony. Nikki, can we go interrogate Benny now?
Can we?
I'm still a bit worried. Will these ambiguous pieces of evidence really make him confess? I also feel something's missing. From what I understand of Benny, the more stressful the situation, the more eloquent he gets.
We've seen that behavior before. Even with a mountain of evidence, he just keeps arguing. Hey, could this be a trait of a showbiz manager?
You could say that. In the ruthless entertainment world, it was a skill he really took pride in. Given his personality, when faced with this evidence, he'll probably claim he was poisoned and ran to the scene, but he'll firmly deny touching the suitcase. Yeah, I can picture that. Looks like we need solid proof to show he did actually come into contact with Madame Julie's suitcase. Leora, please help me one more time. Just one last interrogation simulation.
Okay. Okay, so the final mock interrogation.
Ready, Miss Nikki? I think the key is right here. How can we prove that Benny made contact with Madame Julie's suitcase? To prove that, we need to find marks on the suitcase that only he could have left.
I mean, there were scuff marks, there was hay.
Benny definitely washed his hands with the Super Duper Pumped detergent he grabbed by mistake, but this detergent doesn't have any distinctive scent.
Right.
Besides the scent, well, what kind of flaw could Super Duper Palmed possibly cause?
Okay. Covered in dirt with clear scuff marks. Photo of Julie's suitcase. Huh. A full formula for Super Duper Pommed provided by the detergent specialist Alan. It describes the magical effects that occur when the new product is... What kind of flaw, probably?
Alan once told us that Super Duper Pommed can amplify the effects of other types of detergent. So powerful that the estate won't even sell it to any outsiders.
Right, yeah, I remember that. They had like a real chokehold on it.
That's especially true when it's combined with One Breath Bliss and One Wash Fresh detergents.
Right. The combination of all three is what causes the hallucinations, right?
Turns out, this detergent can create so many effects. Maybe that's the key to spotting the flaw.
Oh?
Keep it up, Detective Nikki. We're just one step away from the truth.
To prove that, we need to find marks on the suitcase that only he could have left.
Wait. A testimony recording Pommy's account of the super scented Pommed special blend. The scent of this detergent appeared in Julie's recovered journal.
Unfortunately, this doesn't prove Benny touched Madame Julie's suitcase.
True.
To prove that, we need to find marks on the suitcase. Benny definitely washed his hands with the Super Duper Pommed detergent he grabbed by mistake, but this detergent doesn't have any
That's why it
distinctive
doesn't prove
scent.
it.
To prove that, we need to find marks on the suitcase that only he could have left.
I mean...
Unfortunately, this doesn't prove Benny touched Madame Julie's suitcase. To prove that, we need to find marks on the suitcase that only he could have left.
Fabric fades or even wears through. But like, we already used this just earlier. Like, literally just now. It's kind of weird that we can't read any, like, notes that Nikki made about the suitcase and how it looked. Triple clean detergent bar. It can't be this, can it?
Unfortunately, this doesn't prove. To prove that, we need to find marks on the... Benny definitely washed... Turns out, this detergent can create so many effects. Maybe that's the key to spotting the flaw.
Keep it up, Detective Nikki. We're just one step away from the truth.
To prove that, we need to find marks on the suitcase that only he... Benny Turns out, this detergent can create so many effects. Maybe that's the key to spotting the flaw.
I'm actually not sure what this is supposed to be. Okay, let's try...
Benny definitely washed his hands with the super-duper pumped to prove that, we need to find marks
there must
on
be
the
a reason we
suitcase that
have
only
this
he
here.
could have left.
Oh.
Madame Julie's suitcase is covered in dirt and scuff marks.
Yes. I'm confused why we need to use this one instead of the photograph, which was supposed to be used as a reference for... You know what? It's fine.
If Madame Julie saw it, she'd be upset for sure. But she carefully picked the fabric for this suitcase. It shouldn't be this fragile.
So that's it. Madame Julie's suitcase has always been maintained with one wash fresh, and that detergent has deeply soaked into the fabric.
Okay.
That's why Gordon could make a special tracking reagent to help us find the suitcase.
But when one wash fresh is mixed with super duper palmed, it becomes a detergent with cleaning power that's too strong. The marks on the suitcase aren't from wear, but damage caused by washing.
Oh.
Oh. During the theft, the suitcase was covered in dirt, and Benny washed it with the detergent he had on hand, but the two detergents combined, damaging the fabric.
This is why laundry is so difficult.
Exactly. It's probably because he realized the fabric was getting damaged that Benny didn't dare keep cleaning. Otherwise, with his obsession for cleanliness, he wouldn't have tolerated so much dirt still on the suitcase.
Yeah, I've been wondering about this, actually. Because, like, he's so OCD. He literally takes so many baths in one day. There's no way he would be good with such a dirty and damaged suitcase. I like that they call it out.
Leora, could you help think this through? With this evidence, is there any way he could still deny it?
Considering Super Duper Palmed is not officially sold outside the estate, this evidence is quite conclusive.
True.
If he were desperate enough to fight back, maybe he would try to claim the marks were there before the theft?
But if the marks were caused by using the wrong detergent, how would...
The suitcase did travel with Madame Julie to Sichia and was used in faking her death, so it's possible it was damaged earlier. Other than that, I can't think of any loopholes.
Oh, got something new here. Julie's notes on the train. A notebook found on Julie's Special Express, recording Madame Julie's thoughts and reflections during her travels to and from Siccia. This might actually tell us...
That might not be enough to refute his excuse. We need more
Okay.
decisive evidence. The suitcase did travel with Madame Julie to Siccia and was used in faking her death, so it's possible it was damaged earlier. Other than that, I can't think of any loopholes.
Photo of Charlie with friend. Oh, does this have the... No, that's a scarf. I was wondering if the suitcase was in this picture, but I don't think it is.
But when One Wash Fresh is mixed with Super Duper Palmed, it becomes a detergent with cleaning power that's too strong. The marks on the suitcase aren't from wear, but damage caused by washing.
Right.
Considering Super Duper Palmed is not officially sold outside the estate, this evidence is quite conclusive.
Maybe?
That might not be enough to refute his...
Drat. This one went on a lot longer.
Ready, Miss
Okay.
Nikki?
I think the key is right here. How can we prove that Benny made contact with Madame Julie's suitcase?
To prove that, we need to find marks on the suitcase that only he could have left.
Oh, they have the thingy where Momo is helping you out. Okay. What was...
Benny definitely washed his hands with the Super Duper Palmed. Besides the scent, what kind of flaw could Super Duper Palmed possibly cause?
Right, this was this one.
Ellen once told us that Super Duper Palmed can amplify the effects of other types of detergent. So powerful that the estate won't even sell it to any outsiders.
That's especially true when it's combined with One Breath Bliss and One Wash Fresh detergents. Turns out, this detergent can create so many effects. Maybe that's the key to spotting the flaw.
Right.
Benny definitely washed his hands with the super... To prove that, we need to find marks on the suitcase.
Right,
that
this
only
was the
he
actual
could have left.
suitcase.
Madame Julie's suitcase is covered in dirt and scuff marks.
If Madame Julie saw it, she'd be upset for sure. But she carefully picked the fabric for this suitcase. It shouldn't be this fragile.
So that's it. Madame Julie's suitcase has always been maintained with One Wash Fresh, and that detergent has deeply soaked into the fabric.
That's why Gordon could make a special tracking reagent to help us find the suitcase.
But when One Wash Fresh is mixed with Super Duper Palmed, it becomes a detergent with cleaning power that's too strong.
The marks on the suitcase aren't from wear, but damage caused by washing. Oh, during the theft, the suitcase was covered in dirt, and Benny washed it with the detergent he had on hand, but the two detergents combined, damaging the fabric. Exactly. It's probably because he realized the fabric was getting damaged that Benny didn't dare keep cleaning. Otherwise, with his obsession for cleanliness, he wouldn't have tolerated so much dirt still on the suitcase. Leora, could you help think this through? With this evidence, is there any way he could still deny it? Considering Super Duper Palm does not officially sold outside the estate, this evidence is quite conclusive. If he were desperate enough to fight back, maybe he would try to claim the marks were there before the theft? The suitcase did travel with Madame Julie to Sichia and was used in faking her death, so it's possible it was damaged earlier. Other than that, I can't think of any loopholes. If he were desperate enough to fight back, maybe he would try to claim the marks were there before the theft?
So according to Momo, this is the one that we need to attack. I still feel like this is the answer to this problem. I guess it really doesn't talk about we need something that would tell us the condition of the suitcase beforehand. I would say this, but I don't think the suitcase is in here. Because that's the journal, that's the scarf. Okay, so this and this is what I tried before. I'm so confused. We may have to just go through.
That might not be enough to refute his excuse. If he were desperate enough to fight back, maybe he would try to claim the marks were there before the theft? That might not be enough to If he were desperate enough to fight back, maybe he would try to claim the marks were there. That might not be enough to If he were desperate enough to fight back, maybe he would try to claim the marks were.
Why would that work?
This is it. This is the photo Pommy took when the choo-choo train delivered Madame Julie's suitcase. Look, the suitcase looks perfect here.
Where was the suitcase in that photograph?
Those obvious wear marks must have appeared after this photo was taken. Miss Nikki, no, Detective Nikki, you did it.
That's ridiculous. Did any of you see the suitcase in that picture? Because I definitely did not. But whatever.
So this is what really happened that day. While everyone was hallucinating, Benny snuck onto the scene. No one knew that a new guest had arrived at that time, except for Colleen. After stealing the suitcase, Benny washed his hands out of habit, using the detergent he'd brought. Then, Mr. Leon shouted his lines, startling all the Pieceys. Leora knocked over Benny's detergent bottle. When he went to pick it up, he couldn't help but organize the scattered bottles. But he took the wrong detergent, the Super Duper Palm, the one that Belford was responsible for transporting. Then he left with the wrong detergent and the suitcase. The estate was chaotic during those few days, so no one saw the detergent bottles lined up in the corner. Later, because the suitcase was so dirty, he tried cleaning it, but didn't expect the reaction between Super Duper Palmed and One Wash Fresh already soaked into the fabric would wear the material down. Bad seeds only grow bad fruit. Eventually, he left behind a flaw.
What was that?
Why did he choose this path? He cares deeply about his wounds, yet he joined Threadstar, tearing apart his own kind.
Leora, we still don't know how deeply Benny's involved. Let's talk to him first, before we make a call.
Yeah. Although he definitely helped steal the suitcase, we haven't found any other clear sign of wrongdoing. The ledger isn't his, and the Golden Vision notes aren't with him either. He already served a century in prison and got hit by his own accomplice. Before we jump to conclusions, decide whether he's truly a bad Piecey or not, we need to gather all the facts, piece everything together, and see the full story for ourselves.
Prison? I guess I didn't know everything about him.
Yeah, that was kind of surprising.
Actually...
It's fine, Mr. Momo. Thanks for helping uncover the truth. If Benny really is a key member of Threadstar and tried to harm Madame Julie, I'll personally bring him to justice. Even if he's got his reasons, or if he introduced Threadstar to me, even without meaning to, I want to hear it from him directly.
That is a great way of thinking about things and tackling difficult situations. Don't accept secondhand evidence.
Right. Before we find Benny, let's take this suitcase to Alan's for an inspection. With a professional detergent expert's report proving that 2 detergents made these marks, our interrogation will be stronger.
That's a really good idea.
Alright, let's go! With Nikki and Momo on the case, and Leora helping out too, there's no way we can fail. We're definitely going to catch him.
Confirm marks on the suitcase with Alan. Okay, that's 27. It's not far. Oh, there we go. Remember when I commented last time about how they made a brilliant choice to have the scent trail in purple among all of the golden fields, the grain and everything? It was really easy to tell it apart. the fact that there's so much yellow and then you're trying to see this yellow marker, very poor choice. I know it really only happens here, where there's so much gold, because most of this game is actually very, very green. Because, like, up the map a little bit. All this here is predominantly green, so it's actually fairly easy to see these yellow markers out there. But in here, very bad, yeah. They probably should have stuck to the blue. The light blue that some quests are. Nope, that's jump.
Oh, by the Silvergale! Isn't this Madame Julie's suitcase? You found it! But why is it so dirty and damaged?
That's what we'd like you to confirm for us.
The Sovereign of Sexy should always be elegant, charming, and flawless from their head to their toes. Oh, I can't stand seeing this!
Technically, the Sovereign of Elegance is the one who should be elegant, but sure.
Actually, we wanted to ask you about the damage on the suitcase. We're wondering, could it have been caused by detergent?
Well, you have certainly come to ask the right person. As a detergent tester myself, I am the most familiar with how to identify different types of detergents. And I am also someone who simply cannot handle when the beauty of this world falls victim to destruction.
So, Alan, can you tell what they are?
Unbelievable. Which staff member was so careless to make such a basic mistake? Both detergents, One Wash Fresh and Super Duper Palmed, were detected on the suitcase. Their combination created the special Super Clean Palmed formula, which is too strong and damaged the fabric.
Just like we guessed. Do Pieceys that come in contact with the special Super Clean Palmed formula leave marks on their own fabric?
Definitely. That is why this special formula was only sold internally. The Ripple estate doesn't even keep a single bottle of it in stock.
That's actually a really good question, though, because I was wondering this too. If it's enough to damage the very sturdy leather, then it should be enough to damage the cloth, right, of these PCs.
Who made this mistake? Huh. Bring them here, and I'll test them thoroughly.
Ooh.
I'm sure I can detect the residue of the special formula.
That will be perfect.
That's great! Sorry, Alan, we're a bit pressed for time right now, but we'll fill you in on what happened later. With your help, we'll finally breathe easy. Momo, let's find Benny. He can't deny anything this time.
Ooh. Alan's inspection report on the suitcase damage. A professional PC's report confirming that the marks of the suitcase were caused by a mixture of two specific ingredients. Detergents. The suspect's obsession with cleanliness ironically left behind these traces.
The wind is picking up.
Okay.
Momo, be careful. Don't blow away.
It's just a light breeze. I'm not worried at all.
We have to go up? Yeah, we have to go up. Okay, we need to teleport. Sorry. We'll just go here. Also, I have been sneaking hydration during during cutscenes and stuff, so if you are watching, please remember to hydrate yourself as well. You are all lovely flowers, and you need to bloom. You need water for that. Or whatever hydration thing you choose. Where am I going? Okay, I thought I was gonna miss it. But I actually got it, yay. Look at me go. Way up high instead of... There we go.
Here we go again. When will this end?
When you stop lying, genius. Start questioning... Wait a moment. Wait, what? Why is wait a moment an option? Okay, interrogating again.
Benny, we've brought solid evidence this time. There's nowhere left to run. Tell us everything about Threadstar's plot.
No way. You're just trying to trick me. You really think I'd believe you? How many times do I have to repeat myself? I've got nothing to do with Threadstar.
Okay, so the controller does work for this. You just need to press R1 and I think, yeah, L1
You're just trying to
go
trick
back
me.
and forth.
You really think I'd believe you? How many times do I have to repeat myself? I've got nothing to do with Threadstar.
Oh, okay, so this one must be the stuff that we got from... What's his face? Journalist dude? Telling us... the list of people that worked for them, right? Old newspaper dropped by the mysterious Patchy Piecey with contents. They'd marked several centuries, the edges are closed. Okay, so this is not it. It's this one. The newspaper about Benny and Mr. Leon's past. It's accurate. Yes.
A minor offender involved in coercive sales and forced rentals, sentenced to 100 years in prison with compulsory labor.
How? How did you find this? Don't bring that up. No!
What do you mean, don't bring it up? You asked for us to bring it up when you kept denying it.
You served Threadstar centuries ago, and we should believe you're not involved with them now? Benny, if you keep this up, you'll only end up back in prison. And for even longer next time. Why won't you confess?
No! An old newspaper can't prove a thing! It happened so long ago. How is that evidence?
Wow, okay.
I never stole the suitcase, or tried murdering Julie. Colleen! She's the one who did it! Centuries ago, I had no idea that Threadstar's costumes were even made like that. I have nothing to do with them!
Threadstar's ledger. A ledger found at the suspected suitcase thief's hideout, documenting Threadstar's numerous crimes over the past centuries. Leon, Cersei, River Client. I'm not sure, but I feel like this fits? Question mark? Squeaky's testimony about... Right, this is talking about seeing Leon. Belford's testimony... Several bottles... Right. Kidnapping PCs for years. Maybe this would be it. Because it's talking about how long it was going on. Right?
No proof?
Okay.
Then let me go. You sure you were? Centuries ago, I had no idea that Threadstar's costumes were even made like that. I have nothing to do with them. I never stole the suitcase or tried murdering Julie. Colleen, she's the one who did it.
This must be... This must be for this, right? Yeah. Because there's proof that
You
he
see it
handled
now,
it.
Benny? Madame Julie's suitcase has traces from the mixture of Super Duper Palmed and One Wash Fresh, the latter being the detergent used to clean the suitcase regularly.
So what?
Where did that Super Duper Palmed come from? The only explanation is if someone left their own detergent behind and took the transport shipment. And I think the culprit is you.
No!
Oh! Oh, okay, that was it. That was so much easier.
Actually, we've got another crucial piece of evidence.
Oh,
If a
hey.
professional investigator examines you, they'll tell whether you're truly as clean as you claim.
Oh, wonderful pun.
Maybe you ended up just as over-clean as the suitcase after coming into contact with the same mix of Super Duper Palmed and One Wash Fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Enough! Enough! Stop talking about things I already know!
What you asked us to because you wouldn't just talk.
I know I damaged the suitcase. I know I hurt the Piecys. I know I'm an accomplice, but I've already tried to break away. Why can you just not let me go?
Because you keep doing things and you need to pay for them.
You've gone to prison for a century and still don't get it? A bad seed always bears bad fruit. Some mistakes should never have been made.
You don't know anything! What if that bad seed was just me being born? What if
What?
his dream was to be a perfect star, but an accident ruined his face? What if I was born from the nightmare wrapped in that damaged costume from such a disaster?
But you didn't have to react that way to your accident.
That seed wasn't bad.
Exactly. Your reaction was.
Even with that scar, you're still an excellent talent scout, helping a country girl step onto the stage. And your insistence on prop safety spared her from the same fate.
How? How did you know?
What? Does he not recognize her?
Cersei?
Yes.
I've always wanted to ask her something. If I had not insisted on the original schedule that day, would she never have fallen?
She was doomed to die. She was investigating Threadstar's costumes and was targeted.
How come? No, I should have known. I rented those costumes. I just didn't dare to think about it. I always...
Ignored what was right in front of your face because it was more convenient. The evilest thing in the world is the truth you don't want to hear.
After I got out, I was a ragged scrap with a 100-year sentence, shunned by everyone. Only Threadstar gave me a chance to keep creating perfect stars.
How were they perfect? They were being consumed by their clothing.
So I told myself it was okay, that I was just a fringe Piecey on the sidelines. I stole the suitcase, but I didn't want to think about what was inside it. I kidnapped the Piecys, but I didn't want to see what happened to them afterward.
Wow.
A crime is still a crime.
Exactly.
No matter how you tried to dodge it before, this time you still bared your claws at Madame Julie and tried to kill her.
I didn't. I'm not qualified to do such
What?
an important mission. Colleen assigned my tasks. She didn't even tell me Julie was still alive.
After she found out that she was? Huh.
Julie was still alive. Leora, do you remember that when we were investigating in the Ripple wine cellar, Colleen
Yeah.
said that too?
She was surprised about it too.
She did. She seemed unaware that Julie faked her death.
Mm-hmm.
The attack on Madame Julie, Could the real mastermind still be hiding in the abandoned district? We need to ask Colleen again.
She won't cooperate. She joined Threadstar to find her missing twin brother.
What?
That's the only thing she truly cares about.
Wait, there's a twin brother now?
Missing? What else do you know about Colleen?
She'd rather talk to birds than to other Pieceys.
Oh, hi.
Maybe because she once had a celeb crow named Piecey. She's always been closer to those birds than Pieceys.
Cece?
Interesting.
Could it
Yeah,
be?
wasn't that written in...
This scarf! Tommy said Mr. Simon and his sister once raised a celeb crow called Cece together.
Oh, Mr. Simon is her twin brother. Oh, that's crazy.
Simon is already... Leora, would you be able to visit Tommy and borrow Mr. Simon's relics? I think we have a lot to discuss with Colleen now. Okay, I'll be right back.
You'd better
Thank
help her
you.
see things clearly. She doesn't need to live the way I did.
There's just one more thing, Benny. The regret from back then shaped who I am today. A patched up me. Someone with courage and patience, no longer afraid to face the truth. All the wounds, regrets, mistakes, everything is fixable. I hope you can forgive your own scars.
Nice.
If only Leora had told Benny this sooner.
You
Benny's
think?
done so many bad things, no one's going to forgive him.
Maybe what Leora meant was that having regrets and flaws doesn't mean that life has to end. It's never too late to start mending, you know?
Oh, jeez. I wasn't expecting it to just cut into this.
This again? Ask away. You're wasting your time.
That's where you're wrong. We've discovered something we'd like to show you. Tommy informed us this scarf belonged to a late senior columnist.
Right?
He was on his way home, planning to give this scarf with its subtle bird embroidery to his sister. Because they once raised a celeb crow named Cece.
Where is he? What do you mean by late senior columnist?
I'm sorry, Colleen. What Tommy encountered was a Piecey that had been born from that person's clothing. His name is Simon. We were able to locate his whereabouts within your ledger.
I didn't know!
I think this letter was meant for you. It's possible he may have taken on a new Piecey name to conceal his true identity, hoping to meet you again someday. But I'm sure that hearing that new name, it must have felt very unfamiliar to you.
Dear sister, I have finally returned to the Heartcraft Kingdom. Along the way, I've lost count of how many drafts I've written, imagining the joy, anxiety, and wistfulness of this moment. Yet, you see, now that I've truly arrived at a place where I could send a letter straight to your hands, I still have to write it all over again. I can no longer meet you as the person you know. After all, when a columnist chooses a tricky subject, danger will inevitably come chasing. Fortunately, I somehow became a Piecey. So flippant. Born from clothes. At that moment, I had to start believing the rumors of Prosperville, that Pieceys are born from wishes. If that is true, well, then the wish that brought me into being must have been the desire to return home. Though it took me a long time to recover my memory and remember where my home truly is, in the end, I remembered that the day I left was the day before our birthday. How many birthdays have we missed? I don't know how to fully express my apology, but I hope that from now on, this long life of a Piecey can give you enough companionship and care. I'm very afraid. Some marks crossed out. Are you well? Are you still living there? Will you still wait for me, like a bird carrying stories from far away? I've picked out a belated birthday gift, but I wonder, would it still suit the current you? Ah yeah, time changes them a lot.
I've been waiting for him to come home. I took my medicine. I took good care of Cece. I promised, even sick, I'd live longer than Cece, longer than him. I wrote the newspaper letter to every address listed in our book. Later, I went knocking door to door. None of them knew. He'd gone too far away. I then became a Piecey, and my brother. There must be another Piecey born from his closet. I waited and waited for such a long time. I kept all of his clothes safe. But why, brother, why did you leave me all alone?
His strongest wish was to go home and see his sister. He only had the clothing he wore outside. The road home was too long. Why did you think joining Threadstar would help you find your brother?
Right? That's something that confuses me a lot too.
The final costume, the forbidden outfit, can capture every gaze and control every mind.
So can fame. Just literally become famous enough that everyone looks at you.
So many people walk the streets of Sichi and beyond. There are so many cities that are just like it. I won't be able to find my brother in all of that. Unless the outfit's finished. Whoever wears it only needs to stand on the stage and ask one question for me. That's all.
What?
The forbidden outfit. So that's Threadstar's ultimate goal? That's absolutely crazy!
Wait, so when I thought that the Golden Secret was like this weird Frankenstein outfit, probably, was I right?
You knew full well that it was an evil power. Beyond all that, you were fully aware that the Piecys you ordered to be kidnapped had loved ones who would be devastated, their hearts broken because of your actions.
Mm-hmm.
You know that pain better than anyone.
And yet you wanted to push it on so many other people. I will never understand that.
To hurt others for your own desires. That's incredibly selfish.
Oh, you gonna cry?
Enough of this, Colleen. Don't you ever commit these evil acts again.
I'm sorry.
I don't think we're the ones you should be apologizing to. Ask about Threadstar's plan, ask about her accomplices. Honestly, probably more important, because we kind of have a gist of what their plan is, considering we just found out about, like, their weird, powerful, their weird OP outfit.
I want you to be honest, and tell us who your accomplice is.
Because we need to start tracking these
If it's
people
not
down
Benny,
and getting rid of them.
Then I'm really not sure. I can't seem to figure out if Julie's really dead, or what the fabric I took was even about.
What?
The orders have always come from someone behind the scenes, Threadstar's founder. The forbidden outfit is almost complete. Julie is a natural star, and the Golden Vision is aimed at using her as the final material.
Huh.
So, you're telling us there's a hidden boss giving you orders?
And you just blindly follow
They've been
them?
tracking the culprit all along, yet they somehow saw through Madame Julie's fake death and responded right away. They couldn't have reacted so fast without being at the scene. This matches the plan between Madame Julie and Leora. Right here, in the abandoned district, lies the true mastermind behind all of Threadstar's evil plans. The problem is, we still can't figure out who they are.
No matter how many accomplices they have, we'll catch them all.
Right. Madame Julie got hurt, so she's probably still resting now. When it's daytime, we should talk to Madame Julie.
During the day, discuss strategies with Julie and Leora. Well, it is day, I think. We gotta go up. Up, up, up. Also, we are getting close to end of stream. There you are. I can't really see you through the flowers, but you're there. Oh, is she by the board? Ah, yes. Ooh, okay.
Oh, this is so exciting! What's next?
Oh, jeez.
Madam Julie, Leora, what are you talking about?
Just bragging about how smart and brave my little Nikki is, and how she took down Threadstar and smashed their schemes.
Oh, we have not. Definitely have not.
Yeah, without Nikki's help, I don't think our risky plan would have ever worked. And I'm just a first-time detective. I couldn't have come this far without everyone's help.
She's so cute.
However, the matter isn't fully resolved yet. The mastermind behind all this isn't Benny or Colleen. It's someone hiding deep in the shadows. Until we've caught them, Threadstar could still hurt Madame Julie or any one of us.
Dear, you're as kind and just as little Cersei. I really like you. But it can't always be you running around for me. Now it's my turn to pitch in.
Do you have an idea, Julie?
My little Cersei, do you remember our masterpiece? As the rain falls, as the flowers bloom.
I've seen reports about it. It was a play starring Cersei and Juliet.
Right.
That's right. Rain won't hold back my steps. Let the storm rage even harder. I'm setting out to find clear skies.
Okay.
That's what the elder sister said to her younger sister when she left Rain City behind.
Okay.
Yes, and then it goes.
But sister, they say beyond the city lies only deeper darkness. How will you pass through the clouds? How will you withstand the lightning?
We are the sorceresses, and we ride our brooms. Look, the storm clouds lit by lightning. I'll pierce through them, pierce through the storm. You long for clear skies, only proven with your eyes.
Only proven with your eyes.
Okay.
That's right. Julie won't go down easy.
Madam Julie.
Oh, let them see that she's still alive. Okay, good. I was wondering, like, when are you going to let everyone know?
It's really
miss you
great
so
to
much.
have you back. Oh, that's all thanks to my little Nikki. If she hadn't caught the remaining Threadstar remnants, I wouldn't be standing here today.
Everyone can relax now. The last of Threadstar's remnants, Benny and Colleen, have already been captured. Ripple Estate is safe once more.
Except for the lurker, so we must be looking for their reaction to this, right?
How dare they try to take Julie down? I should have defeated her.
Just me!
The two of them have no shame.
The raindrops creating ripples are the rhythm of my dance. Only through celebration may we drive the darkness away. Friends, let's celebrate together. The Ripple Estate soiree is about to begin.
Oh, okay. Cool.
When the mastermind thinks we've lowered our guard and tries to strike Julie again, we'll get them right away and end this forever.
Oh. Oh. Huh. Okay. Hang on. Because we got two issues right now. How long does this take? Because we are basically coming up on 6 o'clock. I gotta end stream. But we also... We only have the rest of the week to collect, like, all of the rewards for playing through this. I kind of want to do that. So what I might end up doing is actually... Okay, let's keep going and see how much we can get done. Or... oh, I'm standing on a light. That's kind of cool. Okay. We only have 20 minutes. Okay, you know what? We're gonna end stream here. We're gonna wrap up this section of the game and the storyline. I don't know how I'm doing that. Dancing on the light, but regardless. We're going to come back on Wednesday instead of next week, Monday, and we will finish the final case, the entire Golden Secret arc. And we're gonna party, apparently. Although I'm not gonna lie, it does sort of feel like this will be a short chapter. I still prefer to... yeah. Okay, so... thank you all so much for joining. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a good time. I hope you had fun. And I hope you're excited to have two to have two streams for Infinity Nikki this week so that we can make sure we get all of this done in time for rewards and such. But until Wednesday when we come back, please remember to hydrate, take care of yourself, and do not worry about any scars that are on you. You're all lovely leaves. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next stream. All my love.